Hello comic book community, how are you all doing today? Dragonheart here, just bringing you another quick haul video. Now before I start I would just like to say thank you very much to Howlermouse for the shout out in one of your recent videos. The reason I bring this up at the beginning of the video is because you referred to myself and a couple of other guys, Ghost Critic and More00001 as the British Invasion Boys, and out of pure coincidence I feel that actually segues quite well into what I want to show you today. So let's get started. Here we go. I have a large haul of Action Comics. I know I've shown you guys one or two issues of this before. It's a British anthology magazine from started in 1976 and lasted for about a year or a year and a half. I'll show you the covers here. A lot of these particular ones I've picked up are in scruffy shape. They're sort of a little bit battered and beat up. But as I believe I mentioned before, I actually picked these up for a guy at work and he's not too bothered about the condition. So this is issue, where's the date? They don't have actual issue numbers, but they have the date they're released on. This is the 28th of August 1976. Then we have the 2nd of October 1976. I was able to pick up most of these all in one joint lot together, so got them quite cheap, which makes up for them being a little bit tattered. And a lot of them have the name Nick written on the top of them as well. This is from the 1st of January 1977. I can just pick them up. This one's falling apart a bit. Front cover's coming loose on this one. This one is the 19th of February 1977. That's quite a cool little cover, I like that. Savage Samurai Warrior. I will probably try to read through most of these before I give them to my friend at work. Next issue here is 26th of February 1977. Get these out of the way. Oop. Then we have here the 12th of March 1977. And we have, where's the date? The 19th of March 1977. And the 14th of May 1977. Nice big hook jaw picture on the front cover there. If I can grab these. They're a little awkward to pick up because they're falling apart. This issue is the 4th of June 1977. We have 11th of June 1977. Another very nice cover there. Then the 20th of August 1977. The 17th of September 1977. There's a big tear off the front of the cover there, which is a bit of a shame, but as I say, the chap I picked these up at work for isn't too bothered about the condition. He just wants to be able to read the old stories he used to read when he was a kid, which is cool. Then we have here, this one's really falling apart, it's got to be the worst condition of the lot of them. This one is 24th of September 1977. Can Hellman save Allied leaders from Gestapo vengeance? I'm willing to bet he can. And last but not least, I have the very first issue. I'm glad I was able to pick this up for him. I'm actually a little bit jealous if I have to give this away, because it'll be a nice addition to my own little collection. So this is the very first issue, sorry about the glare, from the 14th of February 1976. This is actually a really good condition one. There's a small tear on the front, I don't know how well you can see it here, and one or two of the pages have very small tears on them, but that's pretty much all that's wrong with it. There's a crease here, there's a small crease here. It's actually in really good condition. And we'll just take it out of the thing to show you a little bit. Gonna be awkward doing this with one hand. Obviously this is the very first appearance of the Hookjaw story, which has been recently reprinted in Strip magazine. I'll show you a few of the pages inside here. It's quite interesting. Some of the old adverts and things in here are quite fascinating to look at. Jumped right to the back. That was very well done. Here's the Hookjaw story. Something I found interesting about this, that the first two pages of Hookjaw are both in colour. And then from there on it's black and white. I'm not sure why they did that. Yeah, just thought that was interesting. I did a little bit of research about this series, so I was getting a little bit confused. They were showing a lot of websites said there were only ever 37 issues made, and they were a weekly print. Yet a lot of the dates that I have are from a couple of years apart. And so I got a little confused about that. I thought, how can it be a weekly print if they're a couple of years apart? And so, after doing a little bit of digging, I found out when it originally started in 1976, it did run for about 37 issues, and then it was cancelled. It was clamped down on because of the graphic nature of the comic. And a lot of the places that were selling it refused to sell the issues, and the actual 37th issue itself was cancelled halfway through printing, and most of the issues were destroyed. It's one of the websites, where they get the numbers from I don't know, but one of the websites said there's probably less than 20 copies of this particular issue 37 still in circulation. So I can't remember the date of it. I will put the date in a little annotation on the video here somewhere when I upload it. But inadvertently, by trying to get rid of this, they've made it one of the rarest comics, one of the rarest British comics from that era, and probably made it quite a collector's piece. As I say, it did come back, like I said, I think if I remember rightly, it was around October to November in 76. And obviously they continued to print them, but at far less graphic, far less sort of blood and gutsy. So I think my dad's just come home. I will hurry this up. So yeah, they continued the series on, far less blood and gutsy, and it slowly dropped in sales over the year after that, which is why it eventually finished for once and for all in the end of 77. So yeah, if you happen to have a copy, if anyone out there happens to have a copy of this issue 37, It is probably worth a hell of a lot of money. So yeah, that's everything I have to show you today. I have got my last week's comic haul, and I will do a little video about that. Oop. One of my fairy helpers there. I will do a little video about that. After this, I'll upload it this weekend or something maybe. Got a busy week ahead of me, doing a lot of overtime at work, so I don't know how much time I'll have to actually upload it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and yeah, to Howler Mouse, how's that for a British invasion? See you all soon.